All right, so we're going to look at a few rhythms today, a few rhythms that we could apply to Jubilee or Jubilo. We'll have some that are like upstrokes. I can relate that to possibly staccato, something really short. We're going to have rhythms where we do all in, where it's just constantly strumming in certain parts. And then we're also going to try to break down this funk or disco type of rhythm. The first song we're going to listen to and look at is called Sion, Suena la Trompeta. This song has a lot of short strums, upstrokes, upstrokes that are done in quarter beats and also half beats. So let's check that out.
En Sion suena la trompeta y la alarma en el monte santo. En Sion suena la trompeta.
Here comes the upstrokes.
En Sion suena la trompeta y la alarma en el monte santo. En Sion suena la trompeta de libertad. La riqueza y la gloria proceden de ti. Y sobre todo dominas, en tu mano está la fuerza y el poder y el hacer. La riqueza y la gloria proceden de ti.
I'm alternating between quarter beats and half beats.
En tu mano está la fuerza y el poder y el hacer. En Sion suena la trompeta y la alarma en el monte santo. En Sion suena la trompeta de libertad. En Sion suena la trompeta.
All right, so that's all it is. It's just upstrokes, something that we can use to fill in the space in between because there's a lot. We have to keep in mind there's a full band playing. We have the drums, the piano, the bass, trumpets, keyboard, and I guess the frequency spectrum is limited. So we have to also keep in mind where we play our rhythm. We can't play our rhythm lower on the neck because then those frequencies are very similar to possibly a bass guitar, but more similar to a piano. So we have the advantage of playing higher up. And if that's the case, we'll stick out in the mix and it'll be really helpful when mixing. And so what we can do is upstrokes. I'm not strumming all of the strings. I'm strumming certain strings. Specifically, the E, B, G string for sure. Sometimes I throw in the fourth string, but it's just because it's just caught in the strumming. And that's fine. We don't necessarily have to strum the whole, all the strings, because then I feel that can limit us in our dexterity and how fast we can play or how fast we can change our chords. And this also, again, because of the frequency spectrum, this also helps us stand out. All right, so let's keep listening.
Y la alarma en el monte santo. En Sion suena la trompeta.
Okay, right here, we have like this disco funk beat, which I like to throw in every now and then, depending on the song, depending on the beat. If it was a messianic beat, I think it wouldn't fit that much because there's too much percussiveness going on. You have the drums playing like a messianic beat or a polka beat, and then you have us just going all in with the disco funk style rhythm, and then it sounds just kind of messy. But right now, because we have the drummer playing a disco beat, that gives us the ability to be a little bit more percussive to allow us to play a little bit more. So this is what I was doing in this part of the service. Again, there's more of an emphasis on the thinner strings. And then just speed it up. I'm gonna rewind it a little bit just so we could hear that again.
En Sion suena la trompeta. Suena la trompeta y la alarma en el monte santo.
Let's see if it's here.
De libertad. En Sion suena la trompeta.
Now it's still upstrokes.
Y la
Here we go.
alarma en el monte santo. En Sion suena la trompeta. De libertad. Cayeron los muros al pasar la ciudad.
I don't know if you caught that. Yeah, the guitar is underneath the band, but and rightfully so. We're not a lead instrument. We're not taking charge of the service. We just help add texture, help add some percussiveness if we can, and in this case we did. So it's kind of hard to hear, but there it is, and that's pretty cool, really cool, fun rhythm to play. It doesn't go with all the type of drum beats that we could possibly play, so just keep that in mind. Again, if it's a messianic or polka beat, then we should refrain from it. We could try it out. Honestly, just try it out to see how it fits in your service, how it fits with your band, and if it works, then it works. Everyone has a different idea. Everyone has different ideas. You could try this out. It's not a big deal. If it doesn't work, then okay, it doesn't work. If it does work, then go for it. All right, so the next section of this song is a brass section, and you hear now the drums doing that messianic or polka beat. And so we have to take that into consideration. What kind of rhythm can we play? You have your upstrokes in quarter beats or half beats, and then you also have what I just want to call an all-in rhythm, where you're just strumming constantly. So let's check that out. Here comes the brass section. Upstrokes. Or you could do all in. Simple. That blends well. That goes well with those parts of the song where it's just instrumentals, intros, outros. With the brass section, you could do upstrokes, or you can do this all-in rhythm where you're just constantly strumming. And again, the emphasis was on the lower strings. I'm not strumming all the strings. You can, but I feel like it sounds a little messy because of the lower strings. If you're just playing the higher strings, then it's a little bit cleaner. It stands out, and you're not getting in the way of any other frequencies or any other instruments. I think my guitar's untuned. But that is the idea for these type of rhythms. We have upstrokes, quarter beats, half beats. We have this funk disco rhythm, and we have this all-in rhythm. Emphasis on the higher strings. All right, so the next song we're going to look at is called No Puedo Dejar de Alabarte. This one is pretty cool because you can slide into notes or chords. You can play a disco beat or funk style beat. And again, it's because we have this ability or we have this opportunity because we have the drummer playing a disco beat. He's not playing polka, he's not playing a messianic beat. So there's space, and then we can fill up that space with a percussive sounding guitar. Let's check it out. So this would be more like a rock rhythm that we could play. Just to add some energy to it. Chorus. I don't know if you guys can hear it. So it was right there. Because the drums are in a disco style beat or in a disco beat, then we can be percussive again. It's really similar to the first song that we looked at with the disco funk style beat. Here, let's keep listening. Ba, ba, a rock style beat again. Bass guitar was doing some slaps. Let's go in. Yeah, same thing. Okay, this is messianic polka beat, upstrokes or all-in rhythm. See what else happens. All right, cool. So at that point, they changed keys. So that was pretty much it. I think we gathered about like 4 rhythms, or maybe 3, because we have our upstrokes, quarter beats, half beats. We have our all-in rhythm, and then we have our disco funk rhythm. So it's 4. But let's take a look at this last song rhythm one more time. No, that wasn't right. I'm just improvising at that point. But that's what we have, right? We have this funk style beat that we can apply when we have a disco style drum beat as well. That's it. Again, the emphasis is on the higher strings so that it sounds clean, so it sounds tight, and we can easily stand out in the mix. Let's try to do an alternate rhythm, similar to what we just did, but maybe sliding into the note, see how that sounds. I was trying to slide into the chord, every other chord. So it's not this thing that becomes consistent or constant and then it becomes annoying. We want to add some flavor, some difference here and there, not be so, I guess, persistent with this little lick that we're trying to do, because then it just becomes annoying. So alternating between the chords when you slide into the chord could be a good idea. But again, try out whatever ideas you have. Hopefully this brings about new ideas for you and it gives you other things to try, and you can form a very solid rhythm technique. I hope this was helpful. I hope it inspires new rhythms, new ways of playing, and opens your mind to what you can play, where you can play it, and how you can sit in the mix with your band. All right. Take care. God bless you.